In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on November 13, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Seattle Seahawks versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the first time in NFL history, Allianz Arena in Munich will host a game as the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers square off in a neutral site game. The Seahawks are leading the NFC West right now with a 6-3 record and are on a 4-game winning streak after a 31-21 road win over the Arizona Cardinals last week. The Buccaneers are tied for the top spot in the NFC South with a 4-5 record and are coming off a 16-13 home win against the Los Angeles Rams a week ago. This could be a potential NFC playoff matchup, so this will be interesting. The Seahawks are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 overall and 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 on turf. Seattle is 8-3-1 against the spread in the last 12 in Week 10. Meanwhile, the Bucs are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 games in November and 0-6-1 against the spread in their last 7 overall. Tampa is 0-3-1 against the spread in their last 4 versus the NFC. The Bucs really needed a win last weekend, and they got it in dramatic fashion. Tampa put up 323 total yards, 18 first downs, and a sketchy 9 of 21 on third down plays. The defense was great on the other side, giving up just 206 yards and 9 first downs. As for Seattle, they had a nice performance against the Cardinals with 421 total yards, 10 of 15 on third down tries, and 27 first downs. It's going to be tough for the Bucs to keep the Seattle offense contained if the Seahawks play like that again. But I believe that Tampa can do it. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Bucs defense took a big step forward last week, holding the Rams to just a 23% success rate, and with 34% of their total yards coming on a broken play in the secondary. In fact, that play probably doesn't even happen if it was Antoine Winfield at safety and not a backup. Winfield fully practiced on Wednesday and should return from a concussion this week. The rest of the Tampa secondary appears healthy, with CB's Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy-Bunting providing an immediate spark last week. The Seahawks defense has also been a pleasant surprise this season under first-year DC Clint Hurtt, who I've rang the bell for several times already this season. I can see Tom Brady and this Bucs offense being in a lot of third and long situations against Seattle, considering how much trouble they've had getting the run game going. Seattle has also graded out great against the run this season with just a 36.6% success rate allowed, the 5th lowest in the league. Both of these defenses are inside the top 12 in schedule-adjusted efficiency, and with the number still being near the key level of 44, which is the most landed on total in the NFL the last few seasons, I feel comfortable saying this one ends up short of the set total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Lions versus Chicago Bears. The Detroit Lions will play on the road in the Windy City on Sunday at Soldier Field against NFC North rival the Chicago Bears. Detroit snapped a 5-game losing streak when defeating the Green Bay Packers 15-9 last Sunday, while Chicago lost its 2nd straight and 5th of the last 6 when falling to the Miami Dolphins 35-32. Detroit's key injuries include Josh Reynolds, DeAndre Swift, Frank Ragnow, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Kirby Joseph, who are all listed as questionable. Chicago will be without linebacker Matthew Adams, while Kindle Vildor, Josh Blackwell, Dane Cruikshank, and Al-Quadin Muhammad are all questionable. The Lions are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games in November and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Bears are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 7-19 against the spread in their last 26 versus NFC. The over is 7-3 in Lions' last 10 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Bears' last 5 games overall. Meanwhile, the Lions are 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 meetings in Chicago. The underdog is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. The Detroit Lions will try to engineer their first 2-game winning streak of the season when they visit the Chicago Bears on Sunday afternoon. Make no mistake about it, even though the Lions are coming off a rare victory, it's not like they have much momentum. Head coach Dan Campbell's team is 2-6 overall, 1-5 in its last 6, and now it must go back on the road, where it is 0-3 straight up and 1-2 against the spread at the halfway point of this 2022 campaign. Detroit's 2 wins have come at the expense of Washington and Green Bay, who are a combined 4 games under .500. Even though the Bears are in the midst of a 2-game skid, they should be the team playing with confidence. Chicago destroyed New England 33-14 in Week 7 and rebounded from an understandable loss at Dallas on a short week to push Miami from start to finish this past Sunday. The Dolphins held on 35-32, but Justin Fields went crazy to the tune of 178 rushing yards and 4 total touchdowns. With Chicago's offense suddenly in fine form, this does not set up well for a Detroit defense that is dead last in the NFL with room to spare, allowing 417.3 yards per game. It is also last in scoring defense and second to last in rushing defense, which bodes terribly for their chances of stopping a Bears offense that is number 1 in the league in rushing by a country mile. Do the Lions have any chance of keeping up? Maybe not. Over the past 4 games, Jared Goff has more interceptions than touchdowns. Detroit is 1-4 against the spread in its last 5 overall and 1-4-1 against the spread in its last 6 trips to Chicago. The Bears are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 at home and 4-1 against the spread in their last 6 following a loss. The Lions are in big trouble with the way Fields has played heading into this game. The Lions defense is going to really struggle to slow down Fields. I expect Fields to rush over 150 yards again in this game, and that is going to lead to the Bears getting the job done here. Count on the Bears winning this one, and they will probably do so by considerably more than a field goal. So the Chicago Bears to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Lions have a surprisingly decent offense, ranking 11th in points per game, but they have struggled as of late, averaging just 12 points per game over their last 4 contests. The Bears rank 10th best against the pass, so that should cause problems for Goff and the Lions' passing game. Plus, the Bears will just ground and pound the rock all day against a terrible Lions run defense. That will eat up lots of clock and keep the time of possession well in the Bears' favor. In head-to-head matchups, the under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings in Chicago between these two. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Jacksonville Jaguars vs. Kansas City Chiefs. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs meet Sunday in NFL action from Arrowhead Stadium. Jacksonville is 3-6 on the year so far and fresh off a win over the Raiders. As for the Chiefs, they're sitting at 6-2 following an overtime win versus Tennessee in their last game. The Jaguars are 13-5-1 against the spread in their last 19 in Week 10 and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 after an against the spread win. Jacksonville is 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 overall. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 in Week 10 and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 overall. Kansas City is 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 versus the AFC. Mahomes has shown us his athletic ability all season by scrambling out of the pocket and gaining yards, whether that be on the ground or in the air. When he feels pressure, he knows what to do. I think his mobility and ability to keep plays alive will dominate the Jaguars' defense. Jacksonville doesn't have a very explosive defense, so I think they will make the mistake of giving Mahomes too much time in the pocket, and that will be detrimental with Kelce running downfield. Defensively, I think the Chiefs will get to Lawrence very quickly, forcing turnovers or loss of yards. Lawrence is still making too many silly mistakes, and it's going to really cost his team here. The Chiefs are averaging 30 points per game, and they are going to have no issue running up the score in this game. Don't be shocked if the Chiefs score a defensive touchdown here on a pick 6. The Chiefs have this matchup locked down on both sides of the ball, so the Kansas City Chiefs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The 50.5 total is the highest game total on the slate, and the Chiefs have played in 5 games this season where the total has gone over that mark. Patrick Mahomes has led his team to score more than 40 points 3 times this season. However, none of those have been at home. Arrowhead Stadium hasn't really been the safe space a home team prefers, and the under is 51-37-1 in games played in Kansas City during the Andy Reid era. In fact, in games where the Chiefs are favored by 7 points or more, the under is 28-13-1. Meanwhile, the Jaguars have played in just 1 game this season in which 51 or more points have been scored and have averaged fewer than 20 points per game over their last 6. The under has hit in 4 of the last 5, including the last 3 straight. While we have seen the Jaguars make strong offensive improvements in recent weeks, they still have limited weapons, which Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo is already scheming against. The Chiefs' defense holding up is probably the least of our concern in this game. It will likely come down to how the Jaguars' defense handles Mahomes and if the Chiefs' history has anything to say about it. They should be able to disrupt Kansas City's flow. Things play a little tighter at home than on the road. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.